This is Creating Money, Attracting Abundance by Sanaya and Duane. Today we're reading Chapter 3, Discovering What You Want. You may have many ideas about specific objects, sums of money, and other things that you want to create. Some of these things you want can help you express your higher qualities more fully, and some may not. You may have experienced this when you got something you thought you wanted and it didn't bring you the satisfaction you thought it would. You can learn to attract only those things that are best for expressing your higher qualities and fulfilling your deeper needs, and be satisfied with everything you create. In the next chapter, Magnetizing What You Want, you will learn how to work with your energy and magnetism to draw what you want to you. Before you magnetize, you will want clarity about what you want. You will want to know the essence something will give you, the needs it will fulfill, and the higher qualities you can express more fully to fulfill those needs. In this chapter, you will learn how to get clear about the essence of what you want, as well as its specific form if you know it. Then, when you magnetize what you want and it comes to you, it will be in a form that truly satisfies you and brings you joy. As a result, you will draw things to you that are even better than what you imagined. You can effectively draw things to you whether or not you know the specific form, amount, or appearance of the items you want. You do need to know their essence, however. The essence of something is the function you want this item to perform, the purpose you will use it for, or what you think it will give to you. Many things other than what you picture might give you the essence of what you want, so be open to letting what you want come in whatever way, size, shape, or form is most appropriate. I know the essence of what I want, and I get it. By knowing the essence of what you want, you make it possible to get it in many ways. For instance, if the essence of what you want from a new car is more reliable transportation, you might be able to find many ways to create that besides buying a new car. If you don't know the essence of what you want, you may buy a new car that is just as unreliable as the one you have. One woman wanted a new car because the car she had was unreliable, and she was concerned about driving places at night. She didn't dislike her car or want to spend money on a new one, but she thought the only way to have a reliable car was to get a new one. She got quiet and visualized the car and magnetized its essence, reliability, to her. Coincidentally, her old car stopped having problems. She got a new car several years later, and it was very reliable also. The essence of her request came to her quickly, although not in the way she imagined. You may want a new coat. Getting specific about the features you want in a coat will lead you to the essence of what the coat will give you. You may decide that it must be very warm, have a pleasing appearance, and be durable. As you become clear about the essence of what you want, you will realize that many coats could fulfill your needs. You may also discover that in addition to coats, other forms such as sweaters or heavy shirts might work as well. By becoming clear on the essence you want, you increase the range of possible forms and ways in which these forms can come to you. If you do not know the essence of what you want, you might buy a coat and find out later that it isn't warm enough in snow or dry enough in rain, or it cannot take the heavy wear you subject it to. You may not know exactly what features will best suit your requirements. You may want a new home but not know where it will be or how many rooms it will have. In this case, you can get specific about what functions it will fill in your life and how you will use it. You might ask for a house that has morning sun and lots of light, is near trees, and has room for a hobby area, offers privacy from neighbors, and has an open feeling, and so on. These features are the essence of the house you want. Everything I create fulfills me. If you focus on appearance or picture your new home in great detail, but are not clear on the functions you want your house to fulfill, you might get the specific appearance you want and find that the house doesn't serve your needs. If you buy a particular house just because you like the way it looks, without knowing what you want to do in the house, such as entertain friends, store your outdoor equipment, or set up an office, the house might disappoint you. You might have too little space for entertaining, inadequate storage, and too few rooms. While it is good to picture a very specific house if you can, even down to the color of the walls, you also want to know why you want those particular features. Once you know the essence of what you want, the objects you attract will give you what you hope they will. Even if you know the form of what you want, you still want to know the essence. To discover the essence, get as specific as you can. For instance, if you want a new television, think about the color, features, and options that you want. Then ask, why do I want this feature instead of that one? As you get more specific, you will discover the essence of what you want. If you have ever designed or built something, you may have discovered that you needed to think ahead to all the uses and functions you would want it to have in order for it to serve your purpose. The things I create are even better than I imagined them to be. If you ask for something indefinite, such as to be rich or happy, ask yourself, how would I know if I were happy? How much money would I have in the bank to consider myself rich? How much monthly income? How much extra money to spend on certain items I want? When you ask for extra money, but you don't say how much, you may get an extra dollar rather than a larger but unstated amount you were thinking of. Ask for the specific amount of money you want. Magnetize that sum or even more. Also picture the essence of what that money will give you and the higher qualities you want it to help you express. When you magnetize something specific, ask, what essence or functions do I want from this? What are all the ways I will use it? Is this the only acceptable form or way it can come? Am I being open to having the best thing come? Are there other forms that will fulfill the same functions in even better ways? Can I have the essence of what I want right now without waiting to buy this specific thing or have this sum of money? When you magnetize, you can either picture the specific object you want and the functions and requirements you want it to fill, or picture the requirements you want it to fill and let it come in whatever form is best. Either way will work. Once you are clear about the essence of what you want, learn to recognize it when it comes. One woman wanted a new apartment and got very specific about the form. She wanted a place with a balcony, lots of sunlight, and a park nearby. She was also clear about what having these specific things would give her. The balcony would allow her to have a garden in which to grow vegetables, and the location would allow her to be outdoors with trees and fresh air. She worked with energy to draw to her both the apartment and the essence it would bring her. Shortly thereafter, she met a new friend who was in the produce business, and he brought her many wonderful fresh vegetables. He loved the outdoors, and they spent many weekends hiking and camping in beautiful places. One day she realized that she already had the essence of what she wanted from a new apartment, and it had come in an even better way than she had imagined. If there is something you want but do not yet have, explore the essence of your request. Your soul brings you the essence of what you desire, although it may not be in the form you expect. The essence you want may have already come to you, and all you need to do is recognize it. To magnetize successfully, focus on creating what you want, not on getting rid of something you don't want. Many people do not know what they want, yet they are very clear on what they don't want. If you don't know what you want, you can start by looking at the circumstances in your life you don't like and ask for opposite circumstances to appear. For fun, ask your friends what will make them happy or what they want in their lives. You will be surprised at how many people will start by describing the conditions they don't want rather than the ones they want. For every condition you don't want, describe as clearly as you can what you would replace that condition with. State what you want in the present tense as an affirmation. Instead of saying, I don't want to struggle to pay my bills, you could say, I pay my bills easily each month. Another important aspect of magnetizing is to be sure that what you are asking for is something you can imagine having. If you want $1 million, can you really imagine having it? $1 million might not seem real to you, particularly if you have trouble imagining yourself paying your rent easily and on time each month. Your belief that it is possible may not be strong enough to draw this sum of money to you within a time frame that will give you an experience of success with your magnetizing. It is best to start by asking for those things you can imagine yourself having. When you start with items that you believe are possible to create, you get to experience the successful results of your magnetism and energy work, which strengthens your belief in your ability to create what you want. Each success builds on the one before. Your subconscious builds a stronger and stronger belief in your ability to manifest, and with that confidence, it gains the ability to create more and more abundance for you. As you experience success, you develop a belief and an inner knowing that it is possible to create even those things that felt impossible when you started. It is that inner feeling, knowing that it is possible and even probable that you will have what you want, that is most important when you get ready to draw objects into your life. Magnetize things you truly want, are prepared to have, and are excited about having. If, after thinking that you want something, you realize that you aren't truly prepared to go after it and make it your primary focus, it is better to let go of wanting it and put your energy into something else that is truly meaningful to you. If you aren't truly motivated and clear on your intent to have something, you may not draw it to you. Magnetize what you truly want, not something that is a compromise. Acquiring objects that are compromises is rarely exciting enough to stimulate you to do what is necessary to get them. If you do not feel you can create what you want, it is better not to ask for something in its place that doesn't really excite or motivate you. Many of you have a mental list of things you want that you don't yet have. Every time you refer to this list, you think of all your unfulfilled wants and tell yourself that you aren't successful in creating what you want. Make a list of everything you have been thinking about and do some soul searching. Do you really want these things? Are they old pictures of what you think you should want? Take all the unimportant things off your mental list until you are left with only a few really important things that you want to create. You are motivated to create the things you love, the things that bring you delight and not just relief. Many of you say to yourselves, I should create money to pay off my debts, get my car fixed, or get this or that. Shoulds don't give you enough emotional energy to create abundance, and you do not come from your higher self. Shoulds don't give you enough emotional energy or create abundance and do not come from your higher self. Thinking you should pay off your debts is not enough motivation for most people unless there is also some joy in doing so, such as feeling of well-being and satisfaction in watching the debts disappear. It is better to acknowledge that you don't really want some of the things you have on your list so you can focus instead on getting what you really want. My energy is focused and directed towards my goals. Once you have made the decision that your goal is worth getting and putting energy into, make it a priority. You may not have to commit much energy, but be willing to do so if necessary. Pick the 1 or 2 most important things you could create in your life and focus on them. Ask yourself, what is the single most important thing I could create in my life right now? Then begin to create it. You can have whatever you believe you can have, and you can begin to have the essence of anything you want right now. Be aware that once you start creating with energy and magnetism, you are going to get what you ask for, usually more easily than you expect. Most things will come through your normal channels. If you usually buy things, that will probably be how you get the objects you magnetize. Don't invalidate your energy work because things come easily and naturally. You may be tempted to say, this came so easily, it would have come anyway without my energy work and magnetism. Your skill in magnetizing will evolve and you will discover new techniques, so getting what you want will get easier and easier. After a while, it may seem as if you didn't really do anything. Congratulate yourself when something you have been wanting comes into your life and recognize that you have succeeded in drawing it to you. Be willing to view everything that comes as an indication that your magnetism is working. Acknowledging each success makes it even easier to create the next thing you want.